All right, friends, happy Labor Day to you. Aaron here bringing you some honest astrology, your daily horoscope for the 2nd of September 2019. It's Monday, all right? Everybody's got the holiday off. Most of us have the holiday off anyway. And we have this Virgo party, all right? We've got Mercury and Venus and Mars and the Sun all in the sign of Virgo. We've got the moon has moved ahead, now up there in Libra, okay? So the moon has been squaring Saturn early this morning, going to be squaring Pluto later in the day. But we also have Venus creating a trine over there to Saturn. So Venus is in Virgo, earth sign, Saturn, home in Capricorn, earth sign, all right? So we're following what we want, what we love, what we desire. We're getting focused about these things. This is the beauty about Virgo season, is become very focused. You know, that laser beam focus. All right. We're being analytical. We're looking at what we want, what we don't want. The things that we say no to opens up the possibilities or narrows down the ideas of what we do actually want, or what we're going to accept, what we're going to strive for, right? If we can say, no, I don't want this, 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 well, that helps carve out the path and say, well, clearly this is what I want because those other things aren't up to snuff. They are not, raising the bar to where I want them to be. And that is a very Virgo thing to do. It's like a raising the bar. It's make lists. Let's figure out exactly what it is that I want. It's very analytical. Now, when we have Venus, our planet of wants, love, and desires, kind of leading the pack. Mars was leading the pack, but now the Sun, over the past 24 hours, has moved ahead of Mars. Venus has moved ahead of Mars, a week or so ago. So let me show you the chart here. It's like Mercury is now behind, which is going to pass tomorrow. Mercury is going to pass up Mars tomorrow. So the Sun is now ahead, Venus is ahead. Venus is forming this trine here to Saturn, which usually, Venus wants to love and express, and Saturn is, hold on a second, let me make sure you got your hall pass. Let me check this out. And right now with this beautiful trine it's creating, it's actually a very beneficial, a good ease of flow. Because it's not everything that we want and to love. Like I was saying a moment ago, it's very specific. So when we're dealing with relationships right now, which we are, or starting new relationships, right? New ideas to relationships are sprouting. We're having the courage and the authority and the yes, to saying yes to life, to saying yes to these new possibilities. And then, we are dealing with other people. So when we're dealing with other people here, we can sit here and say, okay, check it off the list. It's a very Virgo thing to do is make a list, check it twice. It's like, is this resonating with me? Is this lining up with me? Is this coming into an alignment with what I want with other people? If we're creating something together, are we all pulling weight? Is one person falling behind? If so, do we need to communicate these things, or does it just not work out? That could be another aspect of Virgo, is being cut off. It's like, hey, sorry, you're not holding your weight. You're not up to the code of ethics, if you will. We're tugging higher here. We're not. This isn't for everybody. This pool isn't for everyone. So we've got to figure out who's cutting the butter and who's not. Who's making the team. So it's like, okay, if you're making the team right now, great. Now we can do this work together. We can get together and make something greater than self, which is the key. So this is still a light and sociable day as we're dealing, it's the holiday. The moon is in Libra. So this is about me. It's about you. It's about us. It's about the greater good, right? Not only the greater good, but kind of being more focused on what the greater good could be. What could we do together that we can't do individually? And then when we're coming back to this, the Venus trine to Saturn, is it a positive? Is it a positive aspect? Now we have the moon making a square to Saturn, the moon making a square to Pluto, okay? Wanting to go a little bit deeper. Is this good for our public image? Is this good for our greater good? And where sometimes in Libra, we don't want to make decisions. this is saying like, yes, you can make these decisions. Without making these decisions, you're going to get swallowed up and eaten alive. Like we have to be able to say yes, to say no. We have to be able to make these decisions, which are going to alter the course of what is good for me and good for you. Again, for the greater good. It makes sense. All right, coming back here. So this is a beautiful day. When it comes down to it, at the end of the day, when we're coming back from like vacation land, when we're coming home from these long trips, we don't want to quarrel when we get into the car rides. Again, over like, I've got to stop and use the restroom, or I want to make good time. I'm trying to get home quicker. When we have the moon making kind of a hard aspect to Pluto, a hard aspect to Saturn, and then moving further later on in the day, it's going to be moving into Scorpio, where we go internal. We want to make sure that we are staying light, we are staying approachable, we are staying communicative, as it's the big thing going on right now as Mercury is making its way, going to meet up with Mars, still making that trine over there to Uranus, where that unpinched hose can kind of flow out. All right. So again, we can use that flow of energy in a positive, constructive way, or it can be a destructive, kind of a harmful way. It goes with both sides. So the power is yours, right? So hopefully you have a fantastic, lighthearted Labor Day, and we'll see you tomorrow.